Welcome students, welcome for the class. Today we will learn different block diagrams of fax machine. So see the block diagram carefully. This is the control panel attached with the central microprocessor. Okay, this is image buffer and control. This is CCD image sensors. This is thermal print load. This is print buffer and control. Paper faded motor control is connected with it receives the data from the sensor and sending it to stepping motor. There is a power supply, there is a memory RAM on road, there is a fax modem. Now one by one we will learn the basics and the working principle of each block diagram. Central microprocessor is the heart of the fax machine. It manages all the operation of the machines and coordinates the flow of data into and out of the system. It consists of RAM and ROM. Fax modem, it is another very important part of the fax machine. It generates and detects the signal for signal interfacing between the machine and the telephone. What it does, while transmitting, it accepts the scan image while transmitting, the modem accepts the scan image from an image memory buffer, then converts it into analog form. After receiving that analog signal, which is received by the telephone network, will be converted into digital form by analog to digital converter. This is the base. So your analog image will be converted into digital format. So this is the basic function of the modem. Fax modem is to works as an interface between machine and the telephone. It scanned image data. First, it will be stored in the scanned image data from the image buffer memory. First, it will be converted into analog form. Then after receiving the analog signal from the telephone network, it will be converted into digital form by using analog to digital converter, ADC. Okay. Then control panel operating allows the user to users are entering the operating parameters and display the status. Look at the control panel and display circuit. This is the control panel and display circuit. Then image buffer and control. Fax machine receives the data. Modem converts it into digital form. Microprocessor, after processing, stores in the image buffer memory. This is the job. So the job of image buffer memory is to store the data which is received by the microprocessor. After modem converts the data into digital form. See, this is the fax modem is directly connected to the image buffer memory, and then central processor microprocessor is directly connected to the image buffer memory. Image buffer memory has another part, that is CCD control. CCD, I have already taught you in the class. So what image buffer memory does, first receives the data by fax machine, then modem converts the data into digital format. From analog received memory, that is stored in image buffer, analog received signal that is stored after processing, that is stored in image buffer will be converted in, first it will be converted into analog form, then received analog data will be converted into digital form by ADC, analog to digital converter. So fax machine first receives the data, modem converts the analog data into digital form, then microprocessor after processing stores the data in buffer memory, image buffer memory. Because an image buffer memory is directly attached with the CCD control. Through CCD control, it is directly connected with the CCD image sensor. CCD is an optoelectronics device which converts optical energy into electrical energy. It has image sensors. CCD is connected with image sensors to capture and process the image in pixel format, where each image has million number of pixels. I have already told you how CCD stores the image and how the potential well is formed when we apply positive potential at the electrode of each CCD, how it repels the positively charged hole and how it attracts the negatively charged electron, and the potential well is formed. When the potential well becomes full of electron or is overloaded due to the high capacity of electron, the shutter, the CCD image sensor has a shutter. Shutter will be closed automatically to stop the falls of photons on each pixel. The photon will be falls on each pixel of the image, and it will be converted into electron. That electrons will be attracted by the positively charged electrode to form a potential well. When the potential well will become overloaded due to electrons, automatically the shutter closes, and automatically the shutter will be closed to prevent the falls of photon or the incidence of photon on the pixels of the pixel images of the CCD. It is known as charge coupled device, and it transfers the charge from one electrode to another. So it is the basic job of the charge coupled device. So basically it stores and image sensors captures and processes the image by using image processing methodology, and where each image, the smallest unit, smallest part, if we subdivide a digital image in smallest part, each smallest point is known as pixel. I have already taught you about primary pixels and black and white pixels. So each image has million number of pixels. Now we'll go to the thermal printer, the very important part of the CCD, of the fax machine. What fax machine does, whatever the data you are storing, you are sending from one fax machine to another, thermal printer has a technique which is used by thermal line printing, because it has a thermal head. Image is printed one line to another, one line to another, or thermal image is printed one line to another, or line by line, with the help of thermal printer. Nowadays, thermal printer is replaced by electrostatic printing. So after printing, the receiver fax machine will get this data in digital form, and he will get the whole data in digital format. We have used the power supply of 220 volt to 110 volt AC, 50 to 60 hertz single phase. So this is the block diagram of the fax machine. See, this is the central microprocessor connected with the control panel. Through control panel, users enters the data and display board will display circuit will display the data, and we have a fax modem to convert the analog data into digital data first. And this fax modem acts as an interfacing between machine and telephone. It accepts the scan data image from the image buffer memory. It accepts the scan data image from the image buffer memory, then converts it into analog form. After receiving the signal in analog form, it will be converted into digital format by using analog to digital converter. So we have a RAM or ROM. It is an integral part of the central microprocessor. We have the image buffer. Image buffer, what it does? First, central microprocessor processes the first fax machine receives the data. Fax modem converts the analog signal to analog data to digital data. Central microprocessor, after processing, it will the images will be stored. Images or the informations will be stored in the image buffer memory. Image buffer memory is directly connected to CCD image and sensors. CCD image, what it does? It captures and processes the image in pixel format, where each image has million number of pixels, and it converts the optical energy to electrical energy that means photons will be incident on each pixel of CCD. That photons will generate the electrons, and electrons will automatically a potential well will be generated in the CCD, because we are applying positive potential at the electrode. So holes will be detached. Holes will be repulsed holes will get repulsed and electrons will be attracted due to the positive potential applied in the electrode terminal, and automatically the potential well will be formed. When the potential well will become overloaded due to the effect of electrons, so the shutter of CCD will be closed automatically to prevent the falls of or the incidence of photons on it. So electrical energy, optical energy will be converted to electrical energy due to the generation of electrons on pixels, due to the incidence of photons on pixels and the generation of electrons from the photons. So this is the thermal printer which printed in one line to another by using thermal printing, by using the concept of thermal printing on thermal paper. So it has a thermal head, and nowadays we don't use thermal print, we use electrostatic printing now, and the power supply operates on 220 volt to 110 volt AC with 50 to 60 hertz single phase. This is the block diagram of fax machine. Hope you have understand the functions of each block. Remember this block diagram for your examination purpose. The very important part of this block diagram is central microprocessor and fax modem. Central microprocessor, it manages all the operation because it is connected with RAM and ROM memory circuit, and it coordinates the flow of data. It manages all the operation and coordinates the flow of data. All the processing data in any format. All the processing will be done after storing in RAM and ROM. After storage, RAM and ROM acts as an external memory storage of data. Then processed by the microprocessor. Processing means data processing. Data storage, first data storage, then data authentication, then data processing. All the operations of a particular machine, and the flow of data is controlled by the central microprocessor, whereas modem acts as an interfacing between machine and the telephone. It accepts the scanned image data in image buffer memory. It accepts the scanned image data from the image buffer memory. It accepts the scanned image data from the image buffer memory and converts it into analog format. After receiving the data in analog format, it will be converted automatically to digital format by using analog to digital converter. The telephone from the telephone network, the data will be received. The data will be received in analog format. Then it will be converted in the digital format. So fax modem collects the scanned image data from the image buffer memory, and after machine receives data, fax modem converts the analog data into digital format. Microprocessor, after processing, stores the data in image buffer memory. Image buffer memory directly stores the data, directly sends the data to CCD directly, or CCD image sensors directly receives the data from image buffer memory, whereas CCD converts the optical energy to electrical energy, and CCD is attached to the image sensors. Image sensors will process the image after conversion of the optical energy to electrical energy. After the conversion from optical energy to electrical energy, image sensors will capture and process the image. Then it will go for the printing by using thermal printer, which has a thermal print head, and one by one will print all the line by using thermal line printing methodology. One by one will print all the lines on a thermal paper by using thermal line printing methodology. And nowadays this thermal print head is replaced by the electrostatic printing. So this is called the block diagram of fax machines. So remember, this diagram for the examination purpose. You have to draw this diagram. Remember these points. One or two lines you have to write for each points, each block. One or two lines you have to explain. So there's nothing new in fax machine. We have taught everything regarding your modern telephony chapter. This is your last days of the class. After this class, I will give you a short notes on GSM network or the basic telephony network used as GSM network, GSM architecture, and so for your purpose, for your kind attention, this is the diagram of the block diagram of the facsimile. You need to understand the block diagram of each block: central microprocessor, fax modem, control panel, image buffer and control, CCD, thermal printer, power supply. So if you understand this block diagram of this block carefully, if you understand this drawing carefully, very carefully and very earnestly, then you will be able to write every point just one time, one or two times. You just read those points and the explanation. You will be able to write in the examination hall very easily. There is nothing very tough. You know the block diagram of each block, so nothing is very tough here. So, but remember this block diagram very carefully. There will be no mishap during the design of this block diagram. When you are drawing the block diagram in the examination hall, don't make any mishap during the design of this block diagram. Don't misplace any block from one to another. Don't misplace any block while designing the diagram. Each and every block is connected with one particular block simultaneously. So don't misplace any block. If you misplace any block, your entire diagram will become wrong. This diagram is an integral part of the block diagram design of microprocessor, of fax machine. So remember everything. Remember one by one. This is central microprocessor. This is control panel, fax modem, RAM-ROM memory, power supply, paper pen, motor controller, connected with from sensor and sending the data to stepping motor. One by one print buffer and control, image buffer, CCD image, thermal print head. So one by one you will remember the whole block diagram. It is very easy and explanation is also very easy. If you just read the explanation one or two times, it will not be difficult for you to write the explanation. Basically, if you are able to understand each explanation of each block, one by one you can write at least one or two lines about them. Suppose fax modem. What fax modem does? It acts as an interface between machine and the telephone. It generates and detects signal for signal interfacing. It acts as an interface between machine and the telephone. So it accepts the data. It accepts the data from the image buffer memory. It accepts the scanned image data from the image buffer memory, then converts it in analog form. After receiving the data in analog form from the telephone network, there is an ADC, analog to digital converter, which converts it into digital form. This is the basic function of the modem. So first, it will generate and detect signal for interfacing between machine and the telephone. So it accepts the data from scanned image data from image buffer memory. It accepts the scanned image data from image buffer memory, then converts it in analog form. After receiving the data in analog form from the telephone network, there is an ADC, analog to digital converter, which converts the analog data to digital format. This is the basic function of modem, fax modem. So you understand everything. You understand the central microprocessor consists of RAM and ROM. RAM and ROM, what is RAM and ROM? RAM and ROM is memory circuit, particularly it is a memory circuit. So first, all the arithmetics and logical operations are done, all the machine related logical operation, arithmetical logical operations are done in microprocessor. So, and it coordinates the flow of data out of the system. The central microprocessor is directly connected to image buffer. Image buffer, what it does? First, machine receives the data, modem converts it in digital format. Microprocessor, after processing all the data should be stored in the image buffer. So, all work are very easy and very clear. You understand the basic function of CCD, thermal printer. Thermal printer use thermal line printing technology because it has a thermal head. It prints one line after another on a thermal paper. So nowadays it is replaced by electrostatic printing. So this is the block diagram of basic block diagram of fax machine. Remember, after this class I'll give you a short notes on GSM architecture. Because it's a very lengthy note, it is not possible in the class to teach all everything. You study the GSM architecture very properly. It is a basic telephony architecture. So after that, we have studied so many things in telephony network for 5 days. So I think no other lectures are needed for the telephony network. You have understood everything. We have started it from CCD. We have learned one by one the what is facsimile machine, advantages and disadvantages of GSM, base station, honeycomb pattern, and CCD working principle. So the difference between CDMA technique and GSM. What is CDMA technique? We have understood. So now after this diagram, I will give you a short notes on GSM architecture. So I hope you have understood the block diagram of fax machine. No other things are required. So okay, today we are ending this chapter. We are going to close this chapter for today. So now I am going to give you a short notes on GSM architecture of telephony network. Study this note properly for your examination purpose.